What's up, everybody? Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Metal Gear 3 Snake Eater. When we left off, we had basically beaten the boss and was forced to kill her. Which, this is a big... For those of you that aren't aware, I know some of the people in the comments section have told me that this is their first outing with the Metal Gear franchise. And this is a big deal. Like, this moment kind of is a catalyst for the events of the rest of the series, in essence, so this is kind of a big moment. Because the boss was his mentor and all that kind of stuff, and the story isn't all what it seems. Like, she really wasn't a defector and anything like that, so it ends up just really kind of getting to Naked Snake here, and ultimately end up being called Big Boss, but that's just creepy. That is just creepy. It's just weird. I'm not entirely sure what that was about, actually. I know in this boss fight there are 3 white snakes that are like nowhere else in the game, and if you capture them all or kill them all or something, it unlocks something. I can't remember what it is. But since this is just like a let's play playthrough series kind of thing, we didn't go after that, but so yeah, bad day. Bad day for everybody. All around. But this is pretty much the end of the game, I think. This is all probably going to be cutscenes from here, basically.
Are you okay?
Yeah, if you consider having to kill your mentor okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, even them are leaving. Oddly enough, does Eva look fine to you now? Like she was limping on all gimpy and all that kind of stuff, and like now she's fine. Just a side note.
I told you you could trust me.
I don't believe you. She's about to say anybody that knows anything about action stories has to know something was going to go wrong there.
Snake!
Good old Ocelot.
Ocelot! We're not done yet!
Are you sure? I like how apparently that just breaks the door down. No, not my infinite backpack that carries everything that I ever own in the game. Jerk. Just fly the plane, we got this.
Too heavy!
Ocelot's a fatty, basically, and that causes it to be overweight, apparently. Ow! 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 Oh! He was like, would you knock it off back there?
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Not good.
Not good. Oh, they're probably too heavy because the engine's broke now. They don't have enough lift. Oh, that's a good hit. That elbow right to the face. Ow. I don't have an eye there. Ow.
I picked up a few new moves.
I was gonna say, somebody really just needs to, like, break somebody's arm and throw him out the thing. Maybe. I'm looking at you, Snake. Hint, hint.
Huh. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it. Eva!
No. Wow. We all walk around with unloaded weapons, apparently. He's got a thing for that bullet, man.
What do you say to one last showdown?
No? Oh, I guess that wasn't an option.
Yeah, all right.
I want a bullet. That's not fair. Totally not fair. The whole behind the back thing was kind of cheap.
What's your name? Snake.
Heh.
No. Not that name.
Well,
You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot.
I don't know about
Men.
I don't know.
Names.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of identity theft, so
My
I don't really
name
want to
is
give you the whole
Venska.
thing.
What's yours? John.
Oh, John.
Very well.
My bad. I thought it was Jack. Wait, no, it is Jack.
Plain name. But I won't forget it.
Or was Jack a code name? I don't know.
Come on!
Come on, what? I'm just picking one. I think it was the right one. I don't know. I hope so. I don't remember how this goes. I used to remember what was what. You know what the funny thing is he only put one bullet in one of the other guns. So it's not like one's full and one's empty. So you could get the full one and not realize it. Or I mean the one with the bullet and not realize it. I don't think I got the right one. Haven't I gone through 6 times already? Yeah, I didn't get the right one. Dang it. I'm telling you, that behind the back thing was cheap. I shot Eva. We're all going down.
It's a blank! Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, can you get off the plane now so that we can leave? Adios.
Till we meet again. John.
Grabs his finger, just breaks it, kicks him out. Be funny. I do kind of love that now it's fine. Like, the weight is all good. It's pretty great.
Snake! Give me a hand! Whoa!
We're not gonna make it!
Come on, pull up!
Oh no, that used too much fuel! We're crashing now! Be kind of funny.
We made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Well, not really, not yet. We're still on Russian soil. Horse is eating her. It's like, it's her horse, it's so beautiful, except for when you pan down and realize she's eating her dead body. See, I told you they weren't out of the woods yet.
Oh no, Migs!
I don't think this thing's equipped for,
There's no way out!
air fighting. Dog fighting, I mean.
We've come too far to let them stop us now. Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them.
How about we just, like, break and run into them?
They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target.
I'm gonna shoot him with my pistol.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Pulls the ejection seat. Wah! Now is when we do a kamikaze right into the MiGs.
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately.
Hmm?
Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Bulk 19, do you copy? Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Well, that was lucky.
Look! The MiGs are turning back! Woo!
Interrupted by a codec call. Side note, I always want to say collect call or
Well
something.
done, Snake.
The MiGs disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
That's what it sounded
Is
like.
this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive.
Yeah,
As long as
that's the
Khrushchev is
important
with
thing.
us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
Yay.
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them waiting.
I forget where the information about the boss comes to light. I know it's in this game. It's gotta be here at the end here. I think this is the end of the game. Like, I don't think there's any more gameplay left. Yes, I want to save. I'm gonna pause it. I'll be back when it's done. Alright, and we're back. I just didn't want to take the time and have all that in there. Side note, I love how they're still in their camos and everything like that. It just cracks me up. Like, nobody bothered to change or anything. Like, let's just still wear the
So what are you going
dirty,
to do now?
battle-hardened
Go back to KGB?
clothes that we had on before.
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
Wait, I thought she was...
Save this country.
I didn't do it alone.
Yeah, I had a small, influential,
And I still owe you a dinner.
completely unreplaceable role in that.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation?
Take it how you like, I guess. Blah, 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 blah.
Proposal?
Whoa now. You're moving a little fast, don't you think?
I don't take orders from anyone now.
Knocking over glasses. Just terrible. Making a mess of things. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. We get it, we get it. Where's the fast forward button? You know, that's what you get for leaving your radio on. Well, hey, that was expensive. Although, that's probably what every Metal Gear player has always wanted to do. Because there's so many codec calls in most of these games. Actually, this one wasn't too bad. This one wasn't too bad on the codec calls, but some of the games got really codec heavy. Like, every time you took 5 steps, they would call you back about something, and you're like, dude, give it a rest. I got me a tiger head. For my tiger skin. Where do you think his tiger skin camo, tiger stripe camo came from? He just ripped part of his rug up.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
Very punny. So she took the Philosopher's Legacy slide thing that had the information about the money. I think that's what happened. Oh, that's right. It's Eva that ends up telling him about the boss, I think. Maybe.
Good morning, Snake.
Man, that's some old tech right there.
I hope you slept well. First of all,
I have to apologize.
Oh, well, at least there's that.
I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
Liar!
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army.
Well, doesn't that just suck?
It was all a lie.
Yeah, I got that.
I tricked you,
Thank you.
and I'm sorry.
The philosophers still exist in China, too.
Ah,
You see, my mission was to find out where Volgan was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men.
heh.
The
Plot
real Adam
twist.
never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva.
Yeah, we got that. Isn't it snuck
And
in?
you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed
I don't
me.
think sneaked is a proper word.
The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China.
Right. They said that.
We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too.
Everybody's out for the money.
I got the film containing the legacy. And also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod.
Oh, no, that ain't good.
5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes.
Great.
We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union.
Yeah, that didn't work very well.
Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help.
This is how Metal Gear games usually go, in case, like, again,
I
if some of
too
you
am
are
one
new
of
to the series.
Philosophers. I'm an agent of the Philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools.
They
I was raised in
teach
a joint
well.
US Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm
Messed up.
indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the Philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool.
Because the boss is the
She was
boss.
the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it.
It's because she's the boss.
I think I do. Snake,
She's amazing and awesome.
she wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life.
But yeah, for those of you that are new to the series, this is
I've
kind of
lied
how
to
Metal
you so
Gears
many
go.
times, but
That
not this time.
you go through everything, looks kind of
My
straightforward,
orders from the government
you
were
know.
to obtain the legacy.
And at the very end, there's like some major
And to
plot
eliminate
twist.
everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you.
But instead, I'm leaving you a tape that explains everything.
But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
and not because you
Past
saved my life,
tense? Come on now.
but because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
This message will self-destruct. Wait, then that wasn't where... I'm confused. There's a spot in this game, I promise. There's a part that explains the boss's... was under orders or something, and I can't remember where it is.
Snake.
Oh, it's still the recording,
Listen to
okay.
me. She
That's
didn't
what it
betray
is.
The United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission.
Yeah, and
knowing
the
full
whole-
well what was going to happen.
The whole Fox unit thing comes into play big here, too.
Self-sacrifice.
Well, not here, but in the story.
Because that was her duty.
And there's a part in here, I think if you hit R1, like the first-person view, there's like a secret R1 thing in here that you can see, I think. I don't remember if it's actually secret, it might come up and tell you.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
That comes into play, too. Oh, yeah, there it is. Wait. Oh! Guess who? Ah! Why is he here, I wonder? Cat's out of the bag. So Signet, Paramedic, and Zero are there. Side note, I love this theme music. It's, I think, part of one of the coolest pieces they put into the Metal Gear series. But yeah, like, doesn't want to shake hands with anybody because now he knows that it was all kind of a setup. Like, the boss didn't really defect, and so it's kind of that whole, why did she need to die, all that kind of stuff.
We could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse
See?
set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy.
See?
And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted.
Volgin.
Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy.
So basically the boss becomes the
So
scapegoat.
the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple.
Kinda messed up, right?
That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given. And she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission.
Kinda sucks, doesn't it?
And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth.
So this kind of sparks why
She wanted to live on
Big Boss
in your memory.
doesn't really like the government and all that kind of stuff. He feels they betrayed her and made him kill her and all that kind of stuff for a ruse and not really because she was a bad person and all that.
She was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me.
We're not sure when exactly she was born. It's 1920X.
History will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
October 1964, Khrushchev is ousted from power. Brezhnev becomes the first secretary of communism. China conducts the first successful nuclear test. Signet joins ARPA. He takes part in the development of the ARPANET, which would go online in 1969. Government conducts a study in emergency... EMT. Eva disappears without a trace in Hanoi in 68. Paramedic establishes the nation's first paramedic system. Major Zero disbands Fox in the 1970. That's important. The U.S. branch of philosophers changes its name to the Patriots in 1970, carrying on the traditions of Major Zero and his Fox unit. Big Boss establishes Foxhound in 1971. In 1972, the Les Enfants Terribles project, which plays heavily into the original Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation, The Sons of Big Boss. So, I'm going to pause it here because I think this is just pretty much credits. There is a piece at the end that I'm going to try and get, so I'm going to pause until that's there, and then I'll be back when that's up. So, be right back. Okay, here we go.
Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied.
In case you hadn't figured it out, this is,
Khrushchev is finished.
Ocelot talking.
Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed.
Wait for it.
Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake.
Yet another
Peking
plot
must be in an
twist.
uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday.
That plays heavily into the Metal Gear Solid 1
we
also.
have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
Boom! There's a plot twist for you.
I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Dun dun dun! How epic is that? So, in case some people might have figured it out when he said his name was Ademska, or whatever his name was. Special items on you: 41 meals, 15 animals captured, life medicine used 1 time, life bars 13 in total damage, seriously injured 51 times, humans killed 113. I guess it's counting there at the end when you just start capping people. I don't know. Alert phases 52. I didn't think I got that time. 8 times continued, 26 saves, 12 hours, 13 minutes total. Crocodile is my title. That's pretty bad, I think. I don't know. So now the next game in this series it should have been Portable Ops. It was a PSP only title, which poses a bit of a problem. It's not part of the HD Legacy Collection, but it has some vital parts of the story. So I'm going to post a video that's going to have little montage clips from things I find on other people's stuff and link their stuff, of course. I'm not going to use it without linking to them or anything like that. I did find a video, I don't remember the person on his channel at the moment, but on somebody's channel that had all of the cutscenes, like, ever in the entire game. So if you want all the nitty-gritty details for that game, you can check that out in the link when I post my summary video, but mostly it's going to be, I'm going to read over the main plots points, like read through the story summary kind of thing, so you guys can understand kind of what's going on, because it's really actually important to the character of Big Boss and stuff from here. The next game in the Legacy Collection was Peace Walker, but I want to do at least one video. It might be a little longer than normal, like not a 20 half hour or something like that. It might be longer than that, just depending on how long it takes me to get through everything. And I'll probably show some clips here and there of something, you know, important stuff, things like that, that I felt might just make a big impact, or things that I thought were big story arcs or things like that. But that's the best I can do. I don't have it. And it's not part of the Legacy Edition. So the next episode in the series is going to be a summary that kind of goes over all the plot points of Portable Ops, and then we're going to get into Peace Walker. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!